An empowerment coach looks at the person sitting across from them and sees power, which is very different. I've heard, sometimes in the patriarchy, you hear about, oh, I need to give my power to a woman, or I need to give my power to this or that person. And you know what? It's kind of gross. People do not like to have you giving your power to them. They really just want you to see them and say, I see a powerful person. So as an empowerment coach, we're recognizing the inherent power that's in every person. And yes, we are aware that society doesn't always treat everyone like that, that there's this really inexplicable idea that some people are worth more than others. But an empowerment coach just does not believe that, because they know whoever you are, you have agency, you have choice, you can do things with your life. And so no matter how hard the world is trying to tell you that some people are worth more than others, you can find your inner resources and you can make choices for your life. You don't become an empowerment coach on your own. One of the things that helps people the most to notice that they have their own power and agency and choice within themselves is to be part of a community. And so you need to do that starting with yourself. If you join a community like the one at Awaken, you'll find that ability to thrive in these meaningful, deep relationships with one another. You'll be seen as someone with power and responsibility and choice in your life, even if you've given a lot of it away in the past. And so as you start really deepening into your own sense of choice and power, that's when you can invite other people into that community where they see themselves as powerful as well. So it starts with you, it starts with building your community, and then it starts with you seeing the power in another person and seeing that they have resources. Maybe not because they're the wealthiest person on earth, but because they have people who love them. They have people who are willing to support. They have people who are meaningfully related to them. So build it for yourself and watch other people and just live in awe that people have a lot more resources than most of us are aware of. Executive coaching is one of the most beautiful places to use empowerment coaching. The best executives see their teams as powerful people and draw upon the resources and the wealth of skills and the wealth of ideas and choices that other people can make. And that's not always the easiest thing to do as an executive. Sometimes there's this feeling of pressure and needing to perform, and how am I going to look at the next quarterly review, and how is my team in our scorecard against the other teams. And so there can be this false developed sense of competition that's structurally around you. And so finding your own inner executive inside, where that no matter what everyone else is trying to say about that, you're actually going to get the best results by trusting, by believing in people, by letting go of the micromanaging, by letting go of being the expert, letting go of knowing everything, and instead looking for, what does everyone else know? What relationships here are going to be a catalyst for growth? How is everyone else the smartest person in the room? How can I use my relational skills to make sure that everyone in the room knows their power, uses it, and feels on fire to bring their best self to work? As an empowerment coach, you're going beyond techniques because it's really about your presence. So no matter what technique you might try, there's lots of ways that you can invite people on your team to speak up. The most important thing is that you need to be solid inside of yourself and bringing that real presence of, I see you and I hear you, especially if there's dissent in the room. If there's ever an emotion is getting stuck in one person, maybe that one person is speaking for more than themselves. A lot of times what we see on teams is people get scapegoated or gossiped about, or the problem person gets put to the side. As an empowerment coach, you're really listening for what are all of the voices in the room saying. And that might mean that you're taking a strong stand to listen and see each person, which is what we do inside of ourselves too. We might have parts of us that disagree with each other, but listening to each part, hearing, seeing, observing with honor is what will allow all those parts to work together. It's the same thing on a team. So if you're an executive and you're doing empowerment coaching, your job is to make sure that all parts of the system are being witnessed and observed and allowed and welcomed and cherished, so that each one is bringing their most powerful self. The Awaken course prepares you to be an empowerment coach because you're already experiencing it in community. You come together as a group of 12 people who have contracted with each other that you will see the best in each other and bring out the best in each other without trying to fix or change anybody. And that's the kind of relationship and the kind of community that walks you through all of the techniques and skills that add to your sense of presence and add to you being able to see people for who they are at their core, which is always strength and love.